Now all your shit belongs to me. That's the toilet monster. Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, your host with the most, the collective detective, because my methods are effective, and I'm making a correction in the direction of my erection. I am nicer than a slicer, but I'm still part of the dirty horde, and today we're going to talk about cell phones, but it's too fucking hot in here. I should have thought this through. Okay. Fuck out of this mess of a room. Okay. So, today we're going to talk about cell phones and how they distract, us as human beings and make us worse as human beings. We all got that friend who travels a long way to visit us, to see us, to just hang out with us generally. And first thing they do after they get there, we sit down, we start talking about this and about that, and they get on their fucking cell phone texting people who aren't even there. It's happened. Oh yeah, it's happened. It's happened to you. It's happened to me. It's happened to every fucking person in this world. And I'm getting sick and tired of it. Why? Don't get me wrong. I love technology. I am an ambassador of technology. I support technology. I need to get an air conditioning here. But I also know where to keep my technology and when to keep it far away from me as possible. And when you're spending time with somebody, it's spending time with somebody. It's not spending time with somebody on the side of your texting and messaging and playing Candy Crush with somebody else. No. And I think that is something that is hurting the human race as a whole. This whole dependence on so much technology when we got the person right there in front of us. Now, like I said, I'm a full supporter of technology. But let me give you an example of what pisses me off. I had this friend. She was one of the Fab 3 that abandoned me last year. I'll get to that in some other video because it deserves its own video. But this person was an excellent preacher. However, she did not practice what she preached. And unfortunately, that was her downfall, at least in my view. She always said to me that the reason she never answered my texts or my messages when she wasn't there or when she was out hanging out or whatever, it was that she and her friends had made a pact to never use their cell phone while they were hanging out. Which is commendable. I like it. In fact, I integrated that into my lifestyle. However, I was very disappointed when I went to the movies with her, and all throughout the movie, she was texting and messaging and texting and messaging all throughout the movie. And I'm talking about a boring movie. I'm talking about Interstellar, okay? It's a movie you gotta fucking pay attention to. And she was all throughout the movie texting and all that bullshit. Now, you could argue the fact that, maybe she didn't consider you a friend or whatever, which is good, which is a good point, And I admire if you were smart enough to think that. However, sitting next to her was her best friend. Aha. So you could say anything you want about me, but she pulled that shit off right next to her best friend. I don't know. It seems like somebody's been bullshitting. Somebody didn't know how to practice what you preach. And that disappointed me because I held this person in such high esteem. But hey, I guess disappointment is part of life. That's why I'm here today talking in front of a fucking toilet. Anyway, point is, whatever happened to just, instead of playing Candy Crush, well, we, get the Monopoly board going or the Great Game of Life going or Connect 4 or some other bullshit just right here, you and I, or you and I, and this guy, and this guy, and this guy, we all just have some fun here with the people we have to here now. Because those people who you're texting, hey, if they couldn't make the trip to spend time with you, then why in the hell are you wasting your time talking to them? when the people who actually made the trip to spend time with you are there, and you're disrespecting them by not spending time with them and giving them the time and the attention that they deserve. We need to be better human beings. We need to do better for the person that's next to us. The name of the game is being better today than we were yesterday. That's a great goal. And I set that goal up for myself. Now imagine if another person does it, and another does it, and another does it. We'd have a pretty good world in a few years, don't you think? So let's try it. Let's do something better. Let's take all those bad habits and start one by one. Throwing them down the toilet, taking that toilet and flushing it. So let's do it, people. Let's be better, starting today. This is Riggerhoff X1, signing off. That's it. I like the other toilet better. It's a lot more powerful. Like this one's kind of like, So, Anyway.